Welcome to Elimu TV. My name is Mr. Kamau, your teacher in Mathematics Form 2. In today's lesson, we are going to complete what we started on the topic cubes and cube roots. We've been looking at the various ways of getting cubes and cube roots of numbers. First, getting the cubes by method of multiplication, followed by getting the cubes of numbers by method of the tables, using tables. Then in our last lesson, we discussed how to get the cube roots of numbers using tables. And we also had found out that we have both exact cube roots and others which are not exact cube roots. So you use your mathematical tables to determine the cube roots of numbers that are not exact. And that is where we stopped. And we saw that how you can find the cube root of numbers that are greater than 1,000, e.g. 25, 42 from the tables. And also how you can get cube roots of numbers that are less than 1, e.g. 0.005431. If you did not get any of those lessons, you can order for them from Elimu TV. You can also reach me through the same channel. Now, in today's lesson, we are going to look at how to solve problems using cubes and cube roots. Solving problems involving cubes and cube roots. In other words, we are talking about how do we apply the knowledge of cube and cube roots to solve everyday kind of problems. So from time to time, you may come across a problem which requires you to find cube or a cube root of a number. And so this is where you apply what we've been learning to do this. In addition to that, of course, since we are also preparing you for the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examination, you will come across questions that are related to this subject, this topic. And mostly you find that in Form 2 and also in application in Form 4 and Form 3. So basically that will be paper 1 and paper 2. And when you come to that, then you need to remember one thing, that in the question paper, the question will specify to how many significant figures that you should give your answer, or to how many decimal places you should give your answer. So please remember, you need to be very thorough and very keen on that. Now, I'll give you an example of a problem that involves cubes and cube roots. You are given that a cube, a cube is a container that has got all the three sides equal, that is length, breadth, and the height. So you are told that a cube has a volume of 6 centimeters cubed. Now you are told to find its length. Okay? You have such a question. Find its length. So what you need to say is that let length is equals to x. If length is equals to x, then we can write x cubed is equals to 6. So we have the volume is equals to 6, and this is equals to length is x, therefore x cubed. And so to get length, we say x must be equals to the cube root of 6. And that is where we resort to our mathematical tables. And from the mathematical tables, you go to the table of cubes and look for 6. The one that is closest, we have 5.930, which is the cube of 1.81. So we find in the tables 1.81 cubed is equals to 5.930. So we ask ourselves, to get to 6, how much more do we need there? And we say it is 70. So to get that 70, we move to the minor columns. So remember, in our mathematical table, we have that section, and then we have the section 0, 1, 2, all the way to 9, and then we have the minor columns section 1, 2, 3, all the way to 9. So we now are at row 1.8, and we have come under major column 1, where we have the number 5.930. We need to move on along that row until we get the number 70 under the minor columns. Instead of 70, we have 71. 71 under minor column 7. So we opt for minor column 7. That is where we have 71. It's only an approximation, so we will be satisfied with 71. So we therefore say that 1.817 cubed gives us 5.930 plus 71, which you come to 6.001, which is approximately equal to 6. So to a very close approximation, we can therefore say that the length of the cube will therefore be equal to 1.817 centimeters. All right? That is the first example. The next one, it says a cuboid. A cuboid has a square base. Of side 3.243 centimeters, and its height is twice the length of the base. So its height is equal to 2 times 3.243 centimeters. The question is, find the volume of the cuboid. Find the volume of the cuboid. Now, here we need to say the volume is equals to the base. The base is 3.243, base area times 3.243, then times height, and height is 2 times 3.243. And when we rewrite this, we get volume will be equals to, we have 3.43, 3.423, 3.243, 3.243, so we have 3 of them, so it will be 2 times 3.243 cubed. And from there, we simply go to our cube tables and look for, here we are getting the cube, so we just go to column X and look for 3.2. Move along that row until we come under the third digit here, major column 4. What number is there? So let's go to our mathematical tables. 3.2, then under column 4 we have the number 34.012. So this number is 34.012. So that means the cube of 3.24 is 34.012. But we have a fourth digit, 3. So to get that one, we move to minor column 3 and find what is written under minor column 3. So 3.24, then we go under minor column 3, and what we find there is 95. So how will you say add? How will you add 95? I need to add 95 to what I already have. That is 34.012. Add 95 here. Now this 95 doesn't mean a whole number, so we normally add it to the end there. So this becomes 701.34. And then now to get the volume of the cuboid, we'll say volume is equals to 2 times 34.107, which gives us 68.214 centimeters cubed as our result. Okay? So I think that should be very clear. I will now give you the last example of the applications of cubes and cube roots. In this third example, the sides of a cuboid are in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4. The volume of the cuboid is 7,200 centimeters cubed. 7,200 centimeters cubed. You are told to find the sides of the cuboid. Find the sides of the cuboid. Now when you are given the ratio, that is just comparing they are in this ratio. So supposing we say, then suppose we say that the sides are 2x, 3x, and 4x. So that is the ratio. So the actual will be 2x, 3x, and 4x. Then we can write that 2x times 3x times 4x is equals to 7,200. Multiplying this out, we get 24x cubed is equals to 7,200. Dividing throughout by 24, we will get that x cubed is equals to 7,200 divided by 24, which gives you 300. And therefore, the x will be equals to the cube root of 300. Cube root of 300. Again, using the mathematical tables and the method that we have explained there before, you will find that this will be equals to 6.694. And therefore, you can now therefore write the answer. The first side, which was 2x, will be equals to 2 times 6.694, which gives you 13.4 centimeters. The other one was 3x, which is equal to 3 times 6.694. And this will give you 20.1 centimeters. And the third one, 4x, which is equal to 4 times 6.694. And this will be equals to 26.8 centimeters. So basically that is the applications. That's how we would apply the knowledge of cubes and cube roots to solve real life problems. So that brings us to the end of our lesson. But in summary, I would like to make the following 5 points. Number 1, the cube of a number is found by multiplying the number by itself 3 times. That is, x cubed is equal to x times x times x. That is the first point. The second point is that the cube root of a number r, for example, is the number r for which r cubed, the cube root of a number r, cube root of a number r is r. If that is the case, then we can write r cubed is equals to r. Point number 3. Cubes can be found by multiplication or cubes can be found by multiplication or from tables. We can get cubes of numbers by multiplication or from tables. And fourthly, if a cube root is exact, it can be found by factorizing into prime factors and then dividing the powers of the prime factors by 3. If it is not exact, it can be found from the tables. And the last one, number 5, cubes and cube roots are used for problems involving volumes. And that is what we have just seen in the last few minutes. So this brings us to the end of cubes and cube roots. Revise, do practice. There is no other secret in mathematics. It is to do a lot of practice. Solve a lot of questions that are involving cubes and cube roots, and you will make it. And until next time, in our next topic, bye-bye.